Well, so I get on live here. I know it's Friday night, so folks are probably out there partying, doing some other things that they're being on YouTube. But you never know. The economy's so crazy right now. Maybe folks in my age group are not partying. They might be home doing some Netflix and chill or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I haven't been live in a couple of days here now, so I wanted to get up here on live. See how you guys doing? Of course, I know a lot of folks will interact with my live after the live, so folks will leave comments after I post it live. So I know I'm gonna have interaction and feedback after I end it. I just wanted to see who was up here and who was available. Big Q, what's going on, man? What's good with you? Doing dishes, man. I know y'all men out there have to do housework around the house, or you refuse to do housework and think that only your wife and kids supposed to do housework because you are the breadwinner. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Actually, at one point, I did feel that way. At one point, it was so bad when I first got married that for me to actually push a shopping cart in a grocery store felt feminine to me. I never pushed the shopping cart. I always just grabbed a hand basket, and if it was too many groceries for me to grab, I sucked it up. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I didn't uh I didn't like pushing a shopping cart because I thought it was feminine. How crazy would that how crazy that was for me to think that. Now I can't wait to get a shopping cart when I go grocery shopping. I guess it's the old man in me now. Jet salute and respect. What's going on, Jet? What's good, man? I have not forgot about your video, yo. I promise you I haven't. But I think that's gonna be a sit down video. I do not think that me actually like doing a talking head video for like me walking around a place or a spot is going to be suitable for that particular type of video. So I just need to find the time to actually sit down by myself with no distraction with a coffee and actually share that actual video. So it's definitely been on my radar. Hopefully I'll be able to do it soon. Does that sound muffled? Anybody hear me now? Probably because of the water running. I got one more dish to do, and then you guys should be able to hear me a lot clearer. Give me a moment. There's an old school dishwasher. Only time I really use dishwasher is if I actually like if my wife does like a huge dinner, and then I'm like, yes, we need to do this in bulk. But if it's just like a small amount of dishes, why waste the effort to use the dishwasher and load it when I can just hand wash the dishes. And that's what happens when you are raised by two women. Taught me a lot of stuff about taking care of myself. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get to y'all comments in just a minute here. When you're doing the thing in the kitchen, you have to leave the kitchen if you never touched it. At least that's how I was raised. Clean up all your excess water, any type of food that's been dropped. And of course, me being in the military actually reinforced that a lot because we definitely wanted to make sure that we was in some type of austere environment that we did not leave anything behind. Let me tell you something about leaving something behind too. When I was dating, right, years and years ago, because at this point, I've been married for 21 years, right? So when I was dating from age 15 to 25, no, I'm sorry, 24. Got married when I was 26, and I know fornication is definitely not something that you're supposed to be doing, but I wasn't actually in tune with the Lord at that time, and was kind of running amok a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're going front. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't out there just willy nilly, but I mean, but there definitely was some episodes where I woke up the next morning. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. You know what I'm saying? I know guys that definitely have that moment. You wake up in the bed, or even after you finish, you're like, man, I gotta get up out of here. Like it's like you like under a spell, and like all of a sudden the spell just goes away. You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, I don't know why I did that. But anyways, my point is that when I actually was ever have relations, I say that anytime I have relations with a woman, especially if I was at her house, which I rarely did, you know what I'm saying? But or any establishment we was in, you know what I'm saying? Would be a hotel or whatever. Anytime I was with a woman, and of course your boy stays strapped all the time. I mean strapped up. Like I ain't play that. I did not play that. Knock on wood, I ain't never had nothing. I never played that. But the strap always went with me. Went with me. If anybody know what I'm talking about. So in other words, if I was with you and we had relations, and if there was any items that were there that I brought with me to include the strap, everybody know what the strap is. Even though the strap went with me. The strap did not go in it did not go in the trash can. It did not go in the toilet or none of that. The strap went with me. I never left nothing. Everything went with me. I had a bag. Especially I was out, you know what I'm saying? And anything that I came there with, it came with me. I ain't even leave the damn trash. If I bought some Mickey D's and I was at the spot and we had our relationship or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The like believe that. I ain't play them games at all. I ain't play them games at all. You will not see any evidence of me being anywhere at all. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like the idea that I left something behind. Okay, y'all. Let me go and go through these comments here. What's up, Hunter? If you're still here, Dexy, the ad clown, who do you support? I'm not sure what that question is. Propagate this like I'm not monetized. How do you do regarding the political thing? I've seen a lot of views in those videos. Oh, you mean for his revenue? Uh, so my political stuff was I did that mainly last summer when I talked about Donald Trump and Kamala Harris and some of those political things. And I was monetized during that time. Uh, Wait a minute, hold on. Let me think. Let me think. I think I got monetized July of last year. So no, I did not see any profit from those videos. I didn't get my first payout until I want to say September time frame because I did not make the threshold for July or August. And I think I stopped talking about politics like mainly.
as a theme around September time frame. So even though I did get some views on those videos, I think the most views I got was I want to say 6K on one of those videos. But outside of that, I did not receive not one penny from YouTube for those videos. Wasn't monetized yet. I just spoke about that when you first came on, bro. So it's coming. I just got to sit down somewhere by myself and actually do that video. What plantation did you escape from, Massa? Going to catch you and turn you into a tree ornament for Christmas. We go with the trolling. What's up, 60? How you doing? Yeah, I saw your comment propagate. I'm new here. I have a question that might seem personal or too much, but do you support LGBTQ? I'm not exactly sure how to answer that, man. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say that is because I do have a lot of friends and family that's a part of that community. Um, you have to probably I guess you have to elaborate as for like what you mean by support. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I support them being safe? Yes, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I don't support any type of violence or any type of negativity brought towards them that's not warranted. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't support anything like that. But um, I guess to give you a broad answer, um, do I believe in LGBTQ as far as like um, would I go to functions to support them? No, that's just real. Um, I'm not going to say I'm a Bible thumper or like a hardcore Christian. But my belief is that um that's not of God. So it is what it is. I don't hate LGBTQ people if by any means, you know what I'm saying? Like I do understand I do have a lot of followers and a lot of supporters that are a part of the community. So this is no hit on y'all or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? But those are just my beliefs, right? But would I discriminate against that sect of people? No, I wouldn't. But like I said, but would I like openly like support them as far as like going to functions, doing these things, doing that things? No. That's your question. Your sound is clear now. I think it was the water, man. I think when I was washing my dishes, the water was probably getting that muffled sound. What's up, Mo? What's going on? What's up, Goku? What's up, Ferg? What's going on? Let me go back and see if I missed anybody. Omar 67, what's going on, yo? You Gore. Hello, Bob Marley. Bob Marley. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. And you see, hi to my sister. I ain't even pronounce that word. I think this guy's trolling. Matter of fact, let's see here. Let's see if I can get rid of trolls here. Put you in timeout. That's so crazy. You can put somebody in timeout. Attack Crocs. Do you actively oppose Christian nationalism? I put it like this, yo. I'm not going to talk about politics on this live at all whatsoever. Um, we can go down a rabbit hole really quickly on this live, and I don't got time for it. I don't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not gonna answer that question. Not even close. Even if I agree with your assessment and your question and answer, yeah, I'm not doing that. Not on this live. I'll say that for a video, or like some other live that I do in the future that's gonna address certain things like that. But politics, nah, man. I'm not doing politics tonight. Nah, I'm not doing that. But what I will say is that I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I'm an independent because both parties are effed up. That's all I'll say about politics right now. So Rocky, world is burning. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that a lot of folks are, they're concerned about how the world's going on right now, the direction that the world is going, especially United States. And folks are concerned, folks are scared, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is that, what's going to happen is going to happen. I have a lot of faith in God. I have a lot of faith in in things that happens in this world happens for a reason. So, for me to be fearful about certain things that happens in the states when it comes to politics and other things, like I'm just not, man. I'm not. It's not that serious. I'm not trying to downplay things. I'm just saying, like, in my personal opinion, it's not that serious for me to just just be like all this anxiety and like you know thinking that the world is going to end because all these bad things are going on and everything, whatever. Like it's exhausting. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't got time for it. I don't live my life. And even when things outside of my household affects me, what I'm saying? I try to make sure it doesn't affect my family inside this home. But, at the end of the day, man, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You just stand 10 toes down like a man and deal with it, or you fold like a bitch. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, there ain't no holding me. Not even close. So when it comes to like all these things that happened in this year, whatever I'm saying, like I've had a lot of things affect me and affect my family that I had no control over, but there's no way I'm gonna fold. There's no way I'm going to like give up. No way I'm going to like just be catastrophizing. That's a word. That's actually a real word, catastrophizing. I'm not gonna catastrophize and think that things are so bad that it can't get any better. Like it's stupid. you know, respectfully. I say it respectfully, but it's to me, it's not it's not manly. It just really isn't. I'm saying, just not. I'm saying, it's all this panicking and just feel like you got no hope or whatever. I'm saying, it's crazy to me. I'm just not. I'm just not. I'm not from that cloth, yo. I'm not. I'm not from that cloth at all. Fascism is here. Yeah, maybe we didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Yeah, you got that right, yo. Wishing you the best. Wishing you peace, happiness, and contentment. Appreciate it, Oracle. You know how some drugs are downers that keep people complacent. Faith is a downer and it keeps people complacent. Are you serious? You think faith keep people complacent? Faith by works is dead, yo. I'm not complacent. Not even close. No hope. Bro, it's time to fight. Things can get better and we make them better. I guess, yo. I guess. I'm not saying that we don't have that people don't need to be activists and as far as like like being actively engaged in the things that benefits them and helps their family and them and themselves. But I want to make it seem like the folks trying to get radicalized here. 'Cause that's dangerous too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that this one comment you said here, where you say um faith is contentment. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. The ice rolls up on your neighbors and you going to stand up. You wildin', yo. Who just say they're gonna come to your door? Who's said they're gonna come to your door? And if they do, you know what I'm saying, then it is what it is. Ollie, yo. Wildin'. I'm always prepared, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm always, hyper vigilant and like on the active side. So I'm definitely prepared for anything, you know what I'm saying? You know. But you can't, like I said, like, be paranoid, like overly paranoid and think that something gonna happen. Like, it's just crazy. Because you in your mind it's like it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. It is what it is. That's complacency, not man. So define complacency, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds like you're trolling right now, for real, for real. I know what complacency is. I'm just saying you define it for yourself. You define it so I can understand what you mean by that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't understand. So it almost seems like you're saying that Christians are like like dumb sheep, and they basically like they live their whole lives on just faith, like, oh, it's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? I can just sit back and just let God do what He do, and I just don't. I'm not gonna do anything to better myself, anything like that. I never said that at all. Never said that. Like I said, faith by works is dead. That's in the Bible, yo. That's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So, we don't go off of blind faith. Not in this house, we don't. You know what I'm saying? We take action. We make moves around here. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure about you saying about complacency. It's just waiting for things to get better in the next life when there's no evidence. Oh, so you don't believe in God? That's what it is. Oh, okay. Well, we can stop talking right now then. You be you and I be me. You know what I'm saying? Like we can just stop talking. There's no way you can convince me. You know what I'm saying? For me to think like you. Yeah. I'm not saying for you to get off the live. I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for us to keep conversating about what you're talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't believe in God, we got nothing to talk about. Butterfly, what's good with you? AOG, recently found your channel. Appreciate it, Chris. Appreciate it, bro. Why would I believe in God? Like I said, man, we got nothing to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know as a Christian, I'm supposed to evangelize and spread the good news and not necessarily convert somebody, but to at least like give the word and let people discern like what they should do in their lives when it comes to believing in God or not. But you know, I tell you what, put you on my prayer list tonight, and I pray that God reveals Himself to you. How about that? And then I'm not even kidding. I'm dead serious, yo. Like for real. I'm gonna pray that God reveals Himself to you, and then I'll let God speak for Himself. Yeah, because yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not going to evangelize on this live tonight, yo. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I don't argue with atheists, butterfly. I don't do that either. I really don't. Lifelong Christian here recently escaped my life. Appreciate your concern. Okay, so let me ask you this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so do you believe in a higher power, or you just don't believe in Christianity? You don't believe in like a defining God, but you do believe in an afterlife. You do believe that we are spirits that actually do go to a different realm once we leave here, leave this earth. Like you don't believe in none of that. You just believe in like when we die, that's it. There's no afterlife. There is no nothing. Like basically you just go into oblivion. Like there's no soul, there's no heaven, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Is that you believe in? What's up, Montana? What's, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, that video just came out of the blue, yo, but I appreciate it. You don't believe in God, you don't believe in hope. Nah, you sure don't. Nah, yeah, you got that right, butterfly. Yeah, if you don't believe in God, then yeah, yes, that's a crazy life for real. I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. Have seen no evidence that supports the existence of anything supernatural. Oh, okay, I respect that. I respect that. Human beings, like a lot of us, just instinctively, we need to see something and feel something for it to be real to us. And if we don't, you know what I'm saying, like it's just not we don't believe in it. So I understand that.